Welcome to Magpie. I'm Miss Eva and I love books and illustrations. I recently read a beautiful story about a mouse that fell in love with a giraffe. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to draw a giraffe, just like the one over here. I decided to turn my giraffe into a puppet to perform this beautiful book inside of the Magpie Theatre. Ready to see it? Let's begin. Never Too Little to Love by Jeanne Willis and Jeanne Fearnley. This is Tiny Too Little. He is in love with somebody, but she's right up there, which is a long, long way if you're tiny and you really need a kiss. He tries to reach, but he is too little, even on his tiptoes. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble, on a matchbox. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble, on a matchbox, on a melon. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble, on a matchbox, on a melon, on a cap. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble, on a matchbox, on a melon, on a cap, on a cabbage. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble, on a matchbox, on a melon, on a cap, on a cabbage, on a candle. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble, on a matchbox, on a melon, on a cap, on a cabbage, on a candle, on a clock. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble, on a matchbox, on a melon, on a cap, on a cabbage, on a candle, on a clock, on a cake. He is too little, even on his tiptoes, on a thimble, on a matchbox, on a melon, on a cap, on a cabbage, on a candle, on a clock, on a cake, on stilts. Tiny Too Little reaches right up. Wobble, 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 wobble. Oh, crash! Topsy Too Tall sees Tiny Too Little. She is in love with him. She is in love with him. But he's right down there. It is a long way. It is a long way if you're tall. But it's even longer way up if you're tiny. So she bends down and gives him a great big kiss. The end. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story and you are ready to make your own giraffe. I magpied this giraffe from the end of the story, and I like it because it moves its neck. Well, truth be told, those mighty mammals with the longest necks in the world are not able to bend their necks. They have to awkwardly splay their legs and bend the back legs to lean forward and reach for something, which is why I'm going to draw the zebra's body with its legs first, and then in a separate part of paper I'm going to draw the neck, and then I'll stick to the zebra, so to the giraffe, to make sure that that neck can move. So to start, you are going to need pencil, paper. If you want to make your giraffe into a puppet, you're going to need skewers and scissors. That's it. I'm using an oil pastel just so you can see better, but a pencil will do to outline your giraffe. You're going to start with sort of a triangle with very soft corners. You see, it's almost as if you wanted to fit two circles that are overlapping or ovals that are overlapping. That is going to be right here, the body of the giraffe. Its neck is going to be down here. So as I said, the giraffe has to bend its legs in an awkward way. So right here, I'm going to draw the joints of its legs, which are nearly like under the corners right here. See, that triangle has 3 vertices, and below those 2 vertices you have the joint, and right here the hooves. Okay, there it is. That's a promise of an awkwardly bending legs. The second one right here, something like a little, if you wanted to draw a triangle with upside down sort of, that will be the legs that are bending. Okay, right here. Okay, and the hooves over here. Let me join now the body, those thin legs, and right here even thinner, and those awkwardly bent legs right here, sort of as if it was an X. An X. Oh, right here, you see it? And right here. Alrighty, there goes our body. Okay, now to make it look like a giraffe, we're gonna need patches, we're gonna need spots. They are going to be pentagonal, hexagonal. Right now at school with my 2 graders, we're talking about shapes, so all the hexagons, octagons, pentagons, and right here. Okay, getting smaller and smaller. Right here is see-through, so these are these legs that are bending. Okay, now the neck. The neck is almost the length of the entire body. So right here, that's probably from here. Starting with here, I'm going to try to make it start right here and make it as long as the body. Now this is as if you were drawing a rainbow. You see it? There is a rainbow. It's just gonna get thinner, a little bit thinner here. And right here, there is a circle. And oops, I'm gonna try to fit here the muzzle. Okay. And ears, letter A. And another letter A. Okay. Alrighty, that's it. Right here, lovely. Okay. Alrighty, black color. I'm gonna move on to painting my zebra. And the way I did that, I started out with painting all of its body. So I will basically paint all of its body using watercolors. All of its fur, it's yellow, and I'm not really worried about that because the patches, the spots are going to be making it unique and feel all the spaces in between, okay? You see, when I get some darker brown, I make sure that I get all the patches in the same color, and not I don't do one spot and then get dark and then finish one spot and move on to another. I bless every spot with the color that I have on the brush already. Okay, there you go, that's it. Okay, I'm moving on to a brush that can paint a bit more detail, but you don't have to. You can actually do the same thing with one brush, but I just want to make sure that I can teach you the detail right here. So we've got the ears, the bushy mane, look at that, a bit darker, okay? If you take your time, you can make sure that you start at the edge of the neck and then pull your hand away to make it a bit more bushy. And now I'm going to use dark brown to paint the ears. Oopsie, that's too dark, so I'm going to make it brown. Okay, so we've got the ears right here, and we've got the horns of the giraffe. Okay, in between ears, in between the letter A, right here. Now the lips and the nostrils and the eye, which is very easy because it is closed. Giraffes have the most beautiful eyelashes, the longest eyelashes. There we are. Okay. I'm going to use some of that paint to finish up the hooves, to make sure that I have, now I know where I want to put the patches. They are a bit smaller. On the face. Here, and we're ready to cut the giraffe out. Got my scissors, ready to cut the giraffe. Now, very important thing is you want to have a little bit of extra paper for sticking onto the giraffe, right? So I'm cutting a little bit of extra. I will bend the paper so I can stick onto my zebra right here. On the back, you can either put glue. I'm going to use double-sided tape, but you can just glue it. If you want to, you can stick your zebra inside of a card, or you can stick it onto a skewer or a chopstick, and you can make it into a puppet. And there you have it. The giraffe says, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.